trophy. Join us as we bring the passion, skill, and intensity of the AFCON 2024 to life right in your living room. Catch all the AFCON games live exclusively on TVC, UHF 49, Star Times 121, Go TV 16, and Play TV 801.
In Group A, the Super Eagles against Guinea-Bissau, and of course, it's Nigeria's final game. Hopefully, we win this game, get to the top of the group, and have a good draw in the second round. My name is Mike Messikeno. Sam Adeyemi is in the house with me. Sam.
Good afternoon, Mike. This is it. Or it's a good evening, I should say, and to our viewers as well. This is the final group game, and we started for all the round of matches. So far, we had about 32 games in the first two rounds of games. And this is the beginning of teams that we qualify, or teams that we drop off. Even though only 2 teams have been confirmed so far in the first 2 rounds of games, everybody needs to put up their A game this time. You don't want it to be dumped out. And I'm happy that Nigeria and Nigerians are in a more relaxed mood compared to the last time that we were here. So we should be expecting something very positive from the results.
All right, just very fast, on the Ivory Coast matches, we didn't do that viewing here, but we'll do for every other match after now. What were your thoughts about that match? Was it a shock that we won in such a way that Ivory Coast didn't even have an attempt on target?
It wasn't a shock that we won. If you remember, I did mention it after our last game when we were all looking at the fact that Ivory Coast won. I said we have a very good chance because what we have with the Ivory Coast team is practically a new side that is being built. And for Nigeria, they did their job well. I think the tweak information really helped the team. Everybody put up their A game. Like half of the team, you can say they played their best football for Super Eagles, probably in their entire life or in the first time in a long time. So and then we got a win, which is deserved. If you're looking at the chances created, a number of shots and the possession and all of that, all of them have gone to the Ivory Coast side. But in terms of the team that really wants to win the game, Nigeria really put up that.
All right. Just before we go on and look at the lineup, we have a few of our family here. More are still coming. Lovewell told me they're still coming, but it's great to have you. Thank you for coming. You're welcome. What are your thoughts? Thank you for coming. So let's just look at the lineup here. I personally didn't want Osimhen to start, and the reason is because if Osimhen goes down, there's no Boniface, right? It's a final group game. Guinea-Bissau have nothing to lose. It's very dicey. If Osimhen should get injured, we are in soup.
And not really now. Terry Murphy is in camp and he's part of the team.
And isn't this the kind of match you play him, at least just for him to get into the groove of the tournament? I'm just saying, because we saw Egypt, Mohamed Salah is out. He's even had to go back. He's a star player. They might not qualify. I'm saying that there is a possibility of injury. For the third match, with 4 points, we know that even if as best losers will qualify, shouldn't other people have the chance to play? I don't know if you get what I'm coming. Yeah. It's just strategy. Because in tournament football is not like league.
Yes.
You have to be strategic. Salah is now out now. If that team makes Egypt, it's all over for them. I'm just saying that, yes, Osimhen needs to score. He wants to score, but is it better, rather than Osimhen win highest goal scorer, wouldn't it be better that Nigeria picks AFCON? Like we use him when we need him. Because if he should play now, Osimhen plays. If he should get injured, we are in soup.
I actually subscribe to a bit to what you're saying, but you look at the fact that Nigeria is not totally out of the woods yet.
Yes.
And that might be the reason why let me start my best legs. But definitely, we didn't have all the best legs. Some of the players have been dropped to the bench for a reason best known to the coach. Some they had the knock, some injury. But for the reason best known to the coach, about 4 or 5 changes happened in this lineup. For Osimhen, I'm not expecting him to play up to the 80th or this. Maybe at the 50 minutes, then he might start, okay, let me bring in Terem or give Paul Onuachu more minutes so that we have all of that. But let's see what we can do.
Let's see what we can do.
And I think that's the reason.
Now, look at the lineup here. Our keeping position is sorted. We are happy with Mwabali. At least make Uzoho carry on go stay. But the biggest one is still our midfield. I don't know. Iwobi is not starting today.
Yes.
Aribo has, the few times he entered, he has had a bad tournament for me. When he entered to replace, what's his name now?
Which one?
Alassane Yusuf. When he came to replace Yusuf, was the best player that first match. Yusuf got injured. Aribo came in. Aribo is playing like Division 5 player. I don't understand. That Southampton, I don't get. It's like
but because he's not playing at Southampton as well, we should know that. He's not been having a run of games. And
you see, look at Mwabali now. If Uzoho, if we did not, it's like it's Nigerians that made. If left to Pesero, Uzoho will start this thing. But the anger from Nigeria has made him change. don't you think we have somebody, a 10 in the local league that we could have carried as, you understand?
Yeah, it's something that we need to really look at.
Look at Nigeria. The best teams we've ever had, for me, our best Nations Cup team is 1994, right? Tunisia 94. Look at that team. You had almost all our players started in the local league.
Then football has evolved. Almost everybody plays outside the country.
Look at South Africa yesterday. South Africa played Namibia. South Africa had 9 players.
And I think
from the Melody Sundown.
And I think
10.
Yeah, from the starting
at least
level,
I counted like it was 9. The match before it was 7. And it was a big thing because why? They have that kind of honor. If you saw what they played in Namibia, I was surprised. They just going goals. Like saying at PS2, I was like, what's happening? They played good football against. The goals were just entering. I was like,
And it's for that one, Namibia is a familiar food. They play COSAFA Cup almost every year, so they know themselves.
But then Namibia beat Tunisia.
Yeah, I swear, that's what I'm saying. But this is like a team we know we play well enough, even with their local players. And like you said, even the first game, a lot of people were surprised about the South Africa result. That you cannot. South Africa cannot be playing Mozambique. Who was it? Yeah, and then it was a very hard one. But this one, they came about right on, and then they did the job well at the early minutes. For Nigeria, you're looking at, hey, why are we not having the same set of guys or the same quality of players we had in '94? We've had the discussion of
we've had it.
Football has evolved so many.
I don't know if any of our family out here
say that quality of football has dropped.
Has dropped, definitely. I don't know if anybody has any comments just before we go on. Is anybody with any comment or any question? If you do have that, just raise your hand and we'll get to you, and then we can take that. But let's see now. We have Simon. Okay, no, Simon might not be there. There's been like 2 lists that came out. There's supposed to be Simon Olukman. When the match starts, we'll see what happens. But there's Aribo, there's Chukwueze, there's Frank Oyeka, there's Osayi Samuel, and of course behind Shemi Ajayi, Kenneth Omero, who came in at last match. He gave a good. Ola Aino, one of our best. I mean, the last match, I think he should have been man of the match instead of Victor Osimhen. Ola Aino and Calvin Bassey, both of them have been solid, and of course Nwabali behind. The team looks okay behind, right? We shouldn't have any problem, but it is the creativity that we expect that Chukwueze should not be running. No, so Chukwueze. When you
look at the number of chances we have created so far,
yes,
and then the number of shots that we've had, then you keep wondering why has Nigeria scored only 2 goals, one from the penalty spot. In the first game alone, we had 19 shots. 19,
yes.
Only 7 were on target.
Out of that 7, we scored. We didn't score this. We scored 1. The header.
So it's the fact in the second game we had 11 shots. Even Ivory Coast had more shots than us, but we had 3 on target. And I mean, 3, which is more fair. But then you look at Osimhen specifically.
All right.
Is probably the man with the highest number of shots so far.
All right, the guys are coming up. We have to go, Sam. Let me just have your own prediction.
So I'm thinking it's going to be a 2-0 win.
2-0?
Yes.
2-1. That's for me. So you know what happens, guys? Once this video ends, just go under this post and give your under this video after it ends, just give your own prediction. And of course, for the winners of this, we'll have prizes right here. I'll give it to them. Sam, thank you. Let's watch the first half and we'll be back for halftime.
Get ready for the ultimate football spectacle as the Elephants of Ivory Coast play host to Africa's finest. Brace yourself for the thrilling clash of the Titans, featuring the Pharaohs of Egypt, the Black Stars of Ghana, the Senegalese Lions of Teranga, and the Bafana Bafana from the south. But that's not all. Watch in awe as the Super Eagles of Nigeria soar to new heights above them all. It's a football